The best kickboxers on the planet fight under the Glory banner. This is the Glory Super Fight Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, we next turn our attention back to the lightweight ranks of Glory. And our first fighter making his way to the ring comes to America from the shores of the Baltic Sea and a land known for its Viking heritage to make his Glory debut. Please welcome Niclas Larsen.
Niclas the Destroyer Larsen, 24 years old, charismatic, very affable, plenty of personality, and you know what? He's made a career of stepping in at late notice to take big fights. He actually considers the practice to be lucky for him, taking this fight on short notice, replacing the Senny Delbek. And in fact, earlier this year, he won a world title in Muay Thai on just 2 weeks' notice. So whatever works for you, Steven.
Yeah, that definitely works for him. He's a big-time pressure fighter, relentless, outstanding movement, really fast on his feet, extremely versatile with his attacks and his defense, and likes to throw the left-right low kick combination really fast.
His opponent was the WKN amateur champion and now undefeated in 3 previous Glory starts. Please welcome Andy Ristie.
The machine is revving up. Andy Ristie, 31 years of age, out of Amsterdam, Netherlands, but representing his native country, Suriname, the Simpson Gym. Very tall for this weight class, known to look for knockouts from the first bell. And he, in fact, went out on a limb and predicted a first-round knockout when we talked to him earlier this week, Stephen, and he even told us how he'd do it with a left hand.
Yeah, and he really got in Larsen's face at the weigh-in, too. He uses his height and reach well, but he's facing a fighter who's half an inch taller than him, so that's a moot point. Extremely fast, throws wild flurries of knees to the body, especially with his long stabbing knee. And he's very unorthodox, and he's got a springy sort of style.
Here are the numbers for this lightweight contest.
The first thing that I notice is the age difference. Larsen is 7 years younger at 24 years old, but Ristie is a very young 31 years old, so I don't think that matters. But the quality of opposition that Ristie has faced will. Ristie is on his way up, but the new kid on the block from Denmark surely looks to steal his thunder.
Once again, 3 3-minute rounds scheduled in this lightweight super fight. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he is the WKU World Muay Thai Champion. His professional record stands at 39 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 19 knockouts on his professional record. Standing 6 feet even, 1.84 meters, and weighing in at 152 pounds, 68.9 kilos. Here tonight, fighting out of Denmark, please welcome Niclas the Destroyer Larsen. His opponent is coming off of a knockout win at Glory 8 Tokyo and fighting out of the white corner. His record, 38 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, also with 19 knockouts in his career. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at 152 1/2 pounds, 69.3 kilos. Here tonight fighting out of Suriname, it's Andy the Machine Ristie.
Andy.
The referee in charge of this bout, Marcos Rosales.
Over the instructions. Obey my commands at all times, and you protect yourself at all times. We're going 3 rounds. Touch it up. Back up.
Marcos Rosales given the assignment of presiding over this lightweight matchup, and these two are raring to go, chomping at the bit. They want to get it on like Kanye and Kimmel this week. It's
nice.
Ristie and Larsen. No love lost at the weigh-in, and immediately this powder keg explodes.
Back up.
And Larsen, known for his flying knees and flying kicks. Ristie also has a penchant for the spectacular, so this should be a combustible confrontation.
Yeah, explosive. Duh, I mean, these guys are trying to rip each other's heads off right here.
Back up. Hands are up, guys. Go.
Ristie was preparing for a tricky southpaw. Sandy Dalbeck instead on short notice faces a tricky orthodox fighter in Larsen. 30 seconds gone, and it's been a frenetic 30 seconds here in the opening round.
Ristie is loading up so hard. I hope he doesn't waste his energy here.
Break clean. Get out of there.
Because if he doesn't finish
Hands
the
are
kid
up.
like this, all these power shots are going to add up against him.
Straight left hand from Ristie. Larsen gets tagged. And again, get tagged with that left hand by Ristie. Larsen moving forward, however, trying to attack the knee, but Larsen's reach. Excuse me, Ristie's reach helping him there.
Yeah, Ristie is really attacking the body a lot with those punches. But Ristie, to me, is already starting to slow a little bit. He threw so much power into those punches early on. He's going to have to catch a second wind here. And this is where Larsen may be dangerous. Larsen comes in.
Double right hand.
Right.
And I'm from the clinch, a knee up the middle. Ristie unloads a left behind the guard, and Rosales wants a clean break and gets it. Midway through the opening round, plenty of action already here between Denmark's Larsen in the black gloves and the Netherlands' Ristie in the white gloves. Straight right hand through the guard by Ristie connects. Ooh, and level trajectory elbow misses by Larsen. And he can't throw those.
No elbows. You know, the thing that surprises me is that Larsen, who just landed a pretty decent knee, is hanging tough in these punching exchanges.
Final 60 seconds of the opening round. Larsen flashes the jab twice. Ristie settling down in your right, Stephen. He may have expended a lot of fuel in that frenetic first minute. 45 seconds now left in the opening frame. And again, Ristie tags Larsen on the ropes with that right hand, going to the body with the left hook, but it's Larsen with a counter left hook upstairs.
You know, Ristie's trying to knock him out with every punch. He really is.
That was his modus operandi coming into the fight. 30 seconds left in the round.
It's almost like this fight is nice sweep. It's almost like this fight is personal or something. I mean, it's the way Ristie is fighting.
Maybe that's the way he needs to get motivated, because you're right. Larsen taking the fight on short notice, and Ristie trying to play mind games at the weigh-in. Larsen just laughed at him. There's a spinning back fist attempt by Larsen, but a quick start here. Lots of action in the opening round between Larsen and Ristie.
Time!
Ristie came out blazing with that right hand and caught Larsen right on the button, but the kid from Denmark basically shook it off. And Larsen landed his own overhand right there to Ristie. So neither man walked out of this first round untarnished. But it was Ristie who was throwing the bombs, chopping away at the body and then going high to the head. It was like Ristie was really trying to just knock him out with every one of those body shots, Mauro.
Yep. Known for the devastating left hook.
Second time,
Ristie had a big advantage in the power strikes department in the opening round, outlanding Larsen 17-1. Larsen telling us that he likes to study and react to his opponent. As the second round gets underway, Larsen immediately attacking the body with two rear leg body kicks. Larsen works as a mentor for troubled teens in Denmark. Already a father to 3-year-old son Luciano and another child on the way with his girlfriend Metzi. Meanwhile, Ristie looking to get into information technology when he's retired, but right now both of them wanting to climb the Glory lightweight rankings, and Ristie sticks a stiff jab in the face of Larsen and again does so.
But Larsen is using a good jab here too with that straight right hand over the top.
Stop! Break clean. Fight!
Ristie going to the body again.
Get out of there, get out of there.
Uh-oh.
Good. Time.
Low blow.
Andy. Stay over there.
So the man from the Netherlands lands a shot to the nether regions.
I think he's fine. Yeah, he's okay. Good.
Okay, that was incidental, all right? Be careful. Fight! Time in.
Ristie Ristie sticks the jab and another clean jab through the guard as Larsen is very effective in the clinch.
Hands are up. Let's go.
Getting admonished by referee Rosales. Ristie attacking the body with a 1-2 and then pops Larsen's head back with another shot as Larsen is cornered. Minute 45 left in the second round.
What I'm seeing here is the power advantage that Ristie has in the punching exchanges because Larsen just can't stop him. He can tap him like that.
There's a triple jab. You're
And
right.
It's a nice sting, but Ristie's throwing the bombs.
Sure.
But thus far, I haven't seen Larsen get really rocked by one of those punches.
And Ristie working the jab. Larsen trying to establish his jab. Ristie comes in. This is on that attack. Things settling down here. Push kick by Ristie. Backs up Larsen.
Yeah, I think Larsen is starting to feel the effects of that body attack from rounds 1 and now round 2. All those punches are going to add up.
Guys, get out of there.
By Larsen, left hook and another left hand by Ristie. The right cross by Ristie. Catches Larsen, taps him with the left hand, and now Ristie beginning to open up on Larsen here under a minute remaining, and Larsen wanting to clinch to stave off this offensive onslaught.
Larsen doing the right thing by getting into that clinch and holding on until they broke because he was going to get flattened.
Straight right hand landed by Ristie. Now in the southpaw position. Attempts the push kick. Another push kick from Ristie and follows that up with a straight right hand and a left hook. And it's all Ristie now in the second round with 30 seconds left. Larsen wants to clinch a knee.
And he wants to clinch and survive.
Left hand to the body by Ristie. Larsen on the ropes again wanting to clinch.
Stop. Break clean.
15 seconds left in the second as referee Rosales calls for the clean break.
Larsen's getting beat up in this round.
So the machine is well oiled here in the second round as Andy Ristie taking it to Niclas Larsen,
Stop on the bell.
who took this fight on short notice.
Time.
Sometimes when kicks or knees are aimed at the leg and body, they can go awry and land down, as Morrow says, south of the border. And here we have a case of just that right there. A low knee. It definitely hurt Larsen, but Larsen was able to recover and continue here. And Ristie comes in blasting away. He's got his own wild style of throwing things, but that right hand is a crunching right hand, and he's digging to the body. It's like this shot, Larsen could take a punch. That's what we know, because that shot landed partly on the neck, partly on the back of the jaw. That was a hard shot.
And lucky for Larsen, he's already a father with another child on the way.
Touch. Last glove. Fight.
Third and final round of this lightweight matchup between Andy the Machine Ristie in the white gloves and Denmark's Niclas the Destroyer Larsen in the black gloves. And Larsen wanting to close the gap, looking for the clinch and the knee attack, but Ristie just pushing him off, and Rosales again wanting to split them up.
Let's go.
Push kick by Ristie. Right hand misses by Larsen.
To be fair, this is a big step up for Larsen in competition. Andy Ristie, perpetual top 5 ranked lightweight, really feels that he has what it takes to be number 1 in the world. And Larsen taking this on short notice.
A jumping knee attack there by Ristie, going to the body with the right and the left hook, and the jab right through the guard, and Larsen again on the ropes wanting to turn the tables with the clinch.
Guys, stop.
1 minute has elapsed here in the final frame.
I have to admire Larsen's guts here, though.
hold,
He's
don't
taking
hold,
some
let go,
horrendous shots,
let go.
not only to the chin, but also to the body. And he's basically fared fairly well as far as recuperating, but he hasn't been able to do damage back to Ristie.
Stop. Break it. Fight. Come on, gentlemen.
Knee by Larsen, who's been training in Muay Thai for 7 years.
Stop.
Again in glory.
Stop. All right, guys.
There are no elbows, which is a prominent weapon in the king of martial arts, the science of 8 limbs. Now Ristie again on the attack on the ropes, working the body of Larsen as Larsen wants to try to ignite an offensive attack from the clinch, but failing to do so.
Yeah, Ristie's not buying it. Ristie's too savvy to that move. He can cross-arm block and deliver devastating punches to the body, so he doesn't mind if the guy plumb clinches him.
Break.
Final 60 seconds of the fight.
Stop. Fight.
Ristie in total control here.
Ristie, born in Suriname in 1982, relocated to Amsterdam as he again catches Larsen, and you heard that one right on the cup. I was going to say Ristie trained by Lucien Carban at Fight Club Carban in Amsterdam, but Larsen now being given up to 5 minutes to recuperate.
By his body language, I think he'll be okay, because usually if a guy really gets hurt, they just go down and they lay there, and it may not continue. But Larsen continued earlier.
Nick, you ready?
Oh man, he got pop sound. That's not good.
It was Joe Rogan who said they screwed up when they designed the male anatomy. Flying attack there by Niclas Larsen. 30 seconds left in the fight, and there was a strike by Larsen, showing that he's still in the game, but not ruled a knockdown. And now Ristie going on the attack again.
Larsen might as well throw the spin moves, the wild moves. He needs a knockout to win this fight, and he knows it. But Ristie comes flying in, but misses wildly.
Stop. Pretty clean.
So the final 10 seconds of what has been a spirited affair between Andy the Machine Ristie and a fighter who took this bout on short notice. Niclas the Destroyer Larsen were headed to the judges' scorecards.
Time.
Here it is, punching and kicking, blasting away. And we got an uppercut after the bell. You know, Ristie,
Unnecessary. He was winning the fight.
You know, he's such a nice guy. I mean, I don't know. Something about Larsen really got under his skin, I think. I don't know what it is. He didn't want to be upstaged. I don't know what it is, but that was a cheap shot.
A little incorrigible.
Yeah, but it wasn't a power shot, whatever. Larsen shook it off. But Larsen definitely stepped in deep water to welcome to glory.
Yeah, and he drowned in the power strikes with Ristie outlanding him 53-8 in the fight.
Yeah, and this is a wild fight with them coming out right away, blasting each other. This is like a total brawl at 3 o'clock in the morning in the back of 7-Eleven. But here we have, it was Ristie with the body shots. And the fact that it didn't affect Larsen's stamina, it was a shock to me, because he's just blasting away with knockout punches. Larsen can take a shot, he's very durable, but he couldn't deliver one back, and that was the problem in this fight. And there's the cheap shot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened, and after 3 rounds, we send it back to the judges' scorecard. And once again, all 3 judges see the bout the same way, scoring this bout 30-27, a unanimous decision for your winner, fighting out of the white corner, Andy Ristie.
Andy Ristie picks up his 4th win under the Glory banner, while Larsen loses for the first time in 5 fights this year. Ristie improving to 42-3-1. Larsen falls to 39-7-1.
And these stats look a lot closer than they were, because Ristie was definitely laying a beating on Larsen, but Larsen was taking it and smiling back.